guzzled the whole thing. Like, I took the whole thing and just literally just downed it in like less than a minute. I went up to a bunch of random strangers and tried to strangle them. That's how I woke up. I woke up on a stranger's couch, half naked. Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing a story time video. I've seen this video all over YouTube, so I figured why not tell a story of mine. So the story that I decided to give is the story of the time that I got blacked out drunk. Okay, so I'm not too proud of this story, but it did happen, so I'm not going to be ashamed of it. I'm just going to tell it. So at the college I went to, Halloween was banned, so they had something else called Unofficial Halloween, which is the weekend before Halloween, to avoid the banned weekend of going out. And they had banned fraternities and stuff from having parties. So they had Unofficial Halloween instead. And so we're going out for Unofficial Halloween. That year I was a vampire. I felt like I was looking cute. My friend was a devil. And it was just, I thought it was going to be an epic night. I thought it was going to be such a fun night. It was epic, but it was not fun. So I started off light drinking. Like, I had a little sip here and there, and it wasn't like anything extreme. But I didn't want more. I didn't want more to drink, and at the time I was tipsy, so I was like, I told my friends, I'm like, go get a bottle, let's turn up, all this. So we get out, we're walking around, seeing all the people in their little skimpy outfits. It's a good night. Then my roommate, well, she wasn't my roommate at the time, but my friend, she went to go get a bottle of alcohol, and this bottle of alcohol was for all of us, for our whole group. She got a little Burnett bottle of vodka, and it was for the whole group. So she came back to, like, we had split up when she went to go get the alcohol. My other group of friends, we were at the parties and stuff, and then we met back up. And then she was passing around a bottle of alcohol and stuff, and we were all drinking. And this is where I messed up. So the bottle got to me. The bottle it had about this much left. Like maybe 8 or 9 shots. I guzzled the whole thing. Like, I took the whole thing and just literally just downed it in like less than a minute. Like, it was some weird Genesis World Record stuff. I don't even know how I did that. Like, now when I drink, I can't stand one shot, let alone a whole freaking bottle. Like, I guzzled it. And this is when the end of my memory is coming to. So the last thing I remember from that night is my friend who bought the bottle coming up to me, and I gave her, she's like, where's the bottle? And I gave her the empty bottle back. And I just remember her like, Tia, you drank it all? And then her just throwing the bottle over her shoulder and like stormed off. And that's like my last memory from that night. So then, I'm just gonna fill in because this is after I blacked out. When I woke up, that was the last thing that I remember. So I'm going off what people told me now from the rest of the night. I was just crazy. Like, I was slurring speech and just sloppy drunk, and it was just terrible. And then it was a bunch of guys with our group, and I guess for some reason I went up to a bunch of random strangers and tried to strangle them. Like, I literally ran up to them and just like started choking them for no reason. Like, and then I guess the guys that I tried to choke when I was intoxicated, they tried to fight me. Like, they really wanted to beat me up. So the guys in my group, they're like getting into it with the other guys, and I started a whole thing. And I'm just like, when I heard all this, I was like, what? And you know, this was my freshman year of college, so we were not of age to be drinking. So it was like the end of the night, I guess, and it was time to get home. And we lived in the dorms, and they had people at the front desk to swipe your cards to get in. It wasn't like, it was like security type dorms. So they were like, they didn't know how to get me home because I was stumbling all over the place, like not good. Like they did not know how to get me back in the dorm. And I guess I kept like passing out or just randomly laying down on the floor. I can't picture me like this, but I mean, my memory's gone, so I can't really go off anything like that. So from what I got, my friend, she had called one of her friends who had an apartment around the college. His name was Dominique. And then she had told my other good friend, she's like, oh, I got my friend coming, Dominique, and he's gonna pick us up. Okay, so in her head, she thought that this was a girl. So like, oh, okay, it's fine. They're good. So then they left me with my other friend when they said that the guy was coming. And then the guys that were in our group were still there because I was literally passed out. And they said that they had to pick me up. I had on a dress. So like, all my business was showing, and they're like, pick me up and put me in the car. And it's just like, oh, it's so bad. And I guess I threw up on myself. So their bright idea was to take off my dress, and that's because I threw up on it. And I guess they washed it or something, and instead of the dress that I had on, they put on a lab coat. It was weird. So this is how I woke up. I woke up on a stranger's couch, half naked. I didn't have the lab coat on. The lab coat, I guess when I was asleep, it just got untangled. Half naked. And I just like, you don't understand how scary it is to wake up and like not know where you are, and you're half naked. And like at the time when I woke up, I didn't even remember going out and drinking. All I remember is like the beginning of the day. I was so scared. Like I did not know where I'm at. I don't know any of my surroundings. And then a guy comes out that I don't know, a random guy comes out the room. I'm like, what's going on? So it ended up being that my friend, she was in the other room with a guy with the door closed, but we were in the house full of guys, and she left me on the couch half naked. So after that, we're no longer friends because of all that happened. And I mean, I know that it's not her fault that I got drunk or whatever. And yeah, I mean, I know that's not her fault that I got drunk. I decided to go out and get drunk, and nobody told me to finish that half a bottle. That was my tipsy brain saying, you need to drink and get drunk. And that's what happened. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we're not friends anymore, but I'm not knocking her or nothing. I mean, I do wish that she would have stayed with me instead of leaving me half naked and with a house full of guys. Like, honestly, I don't remember anything from that night. Anything could have happened to me. But I think nothing happened. It's just, I think I was scared. I was mostly scared when I woke up. That's why I like lashed out on her. So I don't think I realized like fully like what alcohol can do to you. I did not know it can get me that freaking wasted. Like, I'm drunk. I drank a lot before then. Before this point, I've drunk before. And like, I never got to that point before, so I assumed that my body couldn't go there. And I know that's stupid to think, but I mean, I've definitely learned that my body can definitely go there. So I learned to, definitely pace myself, because I don't like not remembering the night before. That was the scariest moment ever. Like after this point, after this happened, it took me like a month or two to go out, which is a big difference from going out every weekend, you know, when you're in college. So I definitely learned to pace myself and appreciate my friends. And yeah, just don't take your life for granted. Life is short. I mean, anything could happen. Thanks for listening to my story time. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you learned some lessons with me. Partying is fun. Go out and do it. You meet new people, but also be safe. And disclaimer, I don't condone underage drinking, but I'm also not gonna say no and slap you in the wrist because I did. If you like this video, can you please go ahead down and subscribe, because I would really love that. And I want to keep going and encourage me to keep making videos. And also hit that like button. And I'll see you in the next video.